one of the actors at this talk said, you know, they're doing a spin-off of Doctor Who called Torture, it's set in Cardiff. I went, oh, what's something? Yeah, Welsh cast and all that. Oh, fantastic. So, you know, you speak to your agent, you're going to, you know, keep an eye out for this, if they're doing any casting. I wouldn't mind going in for it. And then about 3 or 4 months later, my agent called and said, just go in for a general meeting with Andy Pryor, who casts it. And I actually read some scenes from Doctor Who for him. I can't remember which ones, but I just sort of wanted to see me, never met him before. I've seen work, and I read some Doctor Who scenes. And that was it, basically. And then about 2 or 3 weeks later, I got a call to go in and meet a lady called Sophie Fanta, who's a producer, and Andy Pryor, and Brian Kelly, who directed the first episode of Torchwood. And they give me a couple of scenes of recent stuff to read and to put on camera. And I went in, I read them, and a couple of weeks later they offered me the role. So I'm very lucky, very lucky to be still in it and to get the job, because any actor who's working is a lucky actor. I can say that.
True. And I have a question for the lady here.
Which Doctor do I like best?
Which monster?
Which monster do I like best? Oh, I love the Cybermen, they're my favourites. I love the Cybermen. Really lovely. And I met Matt Smith briefly when he wasn't the Doctor in the bar of the National Theatre. My wife met him and knows him more than I do, and he's a really lovely man. Really lovely man. I met David Tennant a few times, and he is horrible. I'm only joking, he's lovely as well. Would I like to be immortal like Captain Jack? Yeah, I'd love to be that. Wouldn't it be brilliant? Life is wonderful, I'm having a great life. I'm very lucky. So, who wants to live forever? I do. Wouldn't you? Be amazing to see what's going on in the future and what comes along and all that. Be awesome, I'd love it. Or I'd like to get regenerated like the Doctor, maybe come back, you know, still the sort of same person, but maybe come back looking like John Byron.
We've got time for a couple more questions, so if you have a question you'd like to ask kindly, now is your opportunity to ask it. Even if you're standing outside, you can come in and ask a question. It's not illegal.
You just stop talking, but I'm going to ask you to leave in a minute if you don't.
And you will.
Good question.
What is the most challenging thing you've done from Torchwood so far?
Oh. Challenging. Oh. I don't. To be honest with you, I haven't had to really dig deep, massively emotionally. I haven't really had to go to a dark place too much with you know, traumatic kind of thing. Challenging is actually trying to keep a straight face when you got Barrowman on that side of the camera over there. You know, those are the challenging bits, and he's maybe not fully clothed when he's doing it, you know what I mean, stuff and all that. Things like that, are always challenging. But every day is different. Every day is different. That's why I like the world of TV. When you're doing theatre, you're going in, you're rehearsing the same parts, same scenes. Then you do it for like 3 or 4 months. You do the same thing. You're trying to make yourself. Every day on Torchwood is different. Every single day, you're going into different stuff, different scenes, moving the story along. The challenge is keeping it fresh, keeping it real, making the scenes better and bigger every time, and you know, making the episode really good. Making sure that you're doing a good job of putting Reese across on the screen, making believable, making likeable. You know, things like that are really are constantly challenging. You know what I mean? Stuff. And Russell writes such real characters with such true parts. You know, if the writing's that good, you've got to try and match it with your performance. You know, it's enjoyable work, but it's hard, long days on Torchwood. You know, really hard, long days. And especially in America, because they don't have a wrap time. Like we do over here, we work from like 6 in the morning to 6 at night. Over there, you start 6 o'clock and you finish when they've got all the shots that they want, which could be till 11 o'clock at night. You ain't finishing until they finish.
That must have been a nice little culture shock for you, weren't you?
Yeah, but good God, we were filming on stage 27, which was built in 1935, and Casablanca was shots on it. I wasn't bothered at all, I'd stay there forever.
Now, I'm sure everyone will agree with this, but Torchwood is certainly loved by all of us. Now, when did you and the cast first realise how popular Torchwood was and how people loved it?
We were all asked to go to a convention called The Hub in Northampton, I think it was. shortly after the first season aired or something like that. And there was thousands, well over 1,000 people there. And it was just crazy. It was like it's just the screams of people like Gareth and John and things like that. And it was just bonkers. Today, constantly overwhelmed, people just come in and so grateful, love the show, love the character, all this same stuff, know so much about it, cared about the show. Some people are not keen on the last series, some people just come in and still love the show, hopefully it comes back. You know, amazing, constantly overwhelmed. But one of the first conventions I did, I just couldn't believe how many people just want to come and see me and say hello, like, you know, just a job in acting really, but in a nice show. So.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, please give me a massive round of applause for the brilliant Owen.
Have a good weekend, everyone, and thanks very much for coming, and I'll see you later on. Have a good weekend.
And don't forget,